Welcome to Math TV. Today we're solving the quadratic equation in standard form by using the factoring method. Okay. Let's write here what the quadratic equation is. The quadratic equation in standard form is like, let me see, it's ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. In this particular equation, a is equal 1, b is equal 3, and b is equal 3, and c equals negative 18. Okay, in order to solve this quadratic equation, we're looking for two numbers. When we multiply them, let's say, when we multiply those two numbers, the product will be negative 18. And when you add the numbers, the sum of the numbers will be positive 3. So can you think about two numbers? When you multiply, you get negative 18, and when you add them, you get positive 3. Okay, let's try 6 times negative 3. If I multiply 6 by negative 3, I get negative 18. If I add 6 plus negative 3, I'll get positive 3. So now this quadratic equation I can rewrite in the factor form as x plus 6 times x minus 3, and that equals to 0. Now I'm looking to find x. I'm expecting to have two solutions. You see the quadratic equation x squared. Anytime I have x squared, I'm looking to get two solutions. And then I'll solve this equation now by solving two small linear equations, let's say. So we have a product here. The product is equal to 0. In order for the product to be equal to 0, there are two ways. X plus 6 could be equal to 0, or we can say x minus 3 equals 0. Because if x plus 6 equals 0, then 0 times anything here will be 0. But let's say x minus 3 is equal to 0, so x plus 6 times 0 would be equal to 0. That's why we have to check both solutions. So here we subtract 6 from both sides. Then x here is equal to negative 6. That is the first solution. Here we add 3 on both sides. And then x equals positive 3. So those are the two solutions. Let's check the solution if these are correct or we made something wrong, some kind of check for the solution. Let's check on the equation, on the original equation. For checking the solutions, we have to substitute each of the solutions to the original equation. Let's start with first one. Negative 6, instead of x, I'm substituting negative 6 to the second power. You see it's negative number, I put the parentheses because the answer will be positive number. Otherwise, the answer, if it doesn't have the parentheses, will be negative number. Plus 3 times x, negative 6 for x, minus 18 has to be equal to 0. I don't know that. I'm checking if that will be equal to 0. Negative 6 to the second power would be 36. 3 times negative 6, positive 3 times negative 6 would be negative 18. And then minus 18 that we have here equals 0. 36 minus 18 will be 18. And then 18 minus 18, is that equal to 0? I don't know. Let's check. Checking here. I'm checking here also. 18 minus 18, it's 0. So then it's 0 equals to 0? Yes. When I found the left side and the right side are equal, that means the solution x equals negative 6 is correct. Let's check x equals 3. Is that solution for the equation? Now instead of x, I'm going to substitute positive 3. So now we have 3 to the second power. In this time, I don't need a parentheses, but if you want, you can put them. Plus 3 times x equals 3, minus 18, that has to be equals to 0. But I don't know, I'm putting a question mark here. 3 squared is 9, plus 3 times 3 will be 9 again, minus 18. Is that equals to 0? I pretend I don't know, so I'm putting a question mark. And I add 9 plus 9, it's 18. And then minus 18, is that equals to 0? We don't know, I'm checking. 18 minus 18 is 0. 0 I found on the left side. 0 on the right side. 0 equals to 0, so that is also solution. So x equals 6 and x equals 3 are the solutions for this equation, quadratic equation. And we solve this quadratic equation by factoring. And we found two solutions, and you expect to have two solutions for any quadratic equation. If you have any question or otherwise, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps this channel a lot. Thank you.